Welcome back to Old Folks Racing PlayStation. Welcome back to the United Arab Emirates. The amazing Dubai Autodrome Grand Prix Loop in the BMW M1 Procar. So this is race 2 of round 2, and Darren Head has dominated race 1 by taking pole position and leading every lap of the race, followed by Diogo Silva and Dale Taylor completing the podium. We are going to have to pause here before we go to the start to announce the starting grid for the second race. And it's again Darren Head, Diogo Silva and Dale Taylor in the top 3 of the qualifying spots, with Jorge Jesus, Simon Allen, Kev Allen, Diogo Almeida, Scott Davely, Jambo, Frankie and Peter Adrian completing the 11 drivers that are going to start this 10-lap race. And away we go now. Get excited because amazing racing is about to start. And away they go, and that's a good start by Diogo Silva. That is side by side for the lead with Darren Head into turn 1. In fact, Diogo Silva is ahead of Darren Head into turn 1, but they are absolutely side by side, and this is brilliant stuff with Darren Head now trying to protect and defend, but Diogo Silva is going to lead into turn 1 of this race, followed by Darren Head, and behind them there is an almighty battle between Kev Allen, that has had a good start, and Dale Taylor, that is trying to hold into that third place as they go into this loopy-loop of the Dubai Grand Prix. And Darren Head is already trying to get that lead from Diogo Silva. We are going to see if there are any further changes or incidents in the pack, and it seems to me immediately, just by spotting the leaderboard, that something has happened to Simon Allen, and that is going to be our first replay of this race. We are very curious to see what has happened to Simon, because he seems to have lost an awful lot of time. Oh, and he's definitely spinning. He's definitely absolutely brilliant stuff. And let's try to see it in slow motion. So he was trying to get into turn 1, and he gets together, I believe, with Scott Davely, that has absolutely rocked this weekend in terms of on-track action, particularly when it comes to hitting something solid, another car, for example. And that was, yes, Simon Allen up into the air as he spins into the pathway of another. Oh, and he was on his roof. And that was Diogo Almeida in that number, or Peter Adrian. Peter Adrian was the driver that hit Simon Allen. To be fair, he had absolutely nowhere to go, and Simon already delayed in this first lap. As we go back to the leading positions, and again you might have seen this, that's because I had to rewind. Oh, look at this, we haven't seen that before. That was Dale Taylor bumping Darren Head as if he was saying, come on dude, just get on with it, and ends up actually losing. Well, are we still? Yes, we are in slow motion. I apologize, it seems slow. This car is not the fastest, but this was definitely a little bit too slow, as we are going to go back to normal speed, normal racing. And away they go into the back straight. This is still lap 1, and we are following Darren Head on the onboard of look at that, Darren Head trying to go ahead, but didn't quite work. Look at this, this is Simon Allen and Dale Taylor. Oh, and Darren Head now is on the inside. Now becomes the outside for the next corner. And so was Kev Allen trying to go around the outside of Dale Taylor. Didn't quite work there. And Alonso Fonso, Jorge Jesus is in. Ooh, and there's Dale Taylor just braking a little bit too late. We are going to follow this almighty battle here between Dale Taylor. Look at this, side by side for first and second, side by side for third and fourth, as they go into the annoying corner. And this is a corner, this is a double apex corner, and Darren Head is on the outside and has taken the lead. We missed that maneuver. We are trying to catch you up with that maneuver, and yes, Darren Head is ahead, and just like in race 1, he did not lead the first few corners, but he's going to lead the opening lap of this Dubai Autodrome Grand Prix loop. Del Taylor running wide in third place. I think the race director is going to have to look at that. And the top three are trying to check out from fourth place man, who is Alonso Fonso, because Cavallan has lost a little bit of time. This is Diogo Almeida now on the inside of Frankie. That is for 8th spot, and Simon Allen is trying to recover. He is currently in 10th place still after being delayed by that collision on the opening lap of this race. Scott Davely survived that contact with Simon Allen to a 6th spot. 5th is Cavallan. He is now again very close to Jorge Jesus in that number 33 yellow livery BMW M1 Procar. This is Jorge Jesus, the number 98 grey car. And look at this, it's the battle for the lead now. And I seem to have pressed the pause button for no reason. I apologize. That's not the battle for the lead. That's the battle between Dale Taylor, who's on the outside, and Diogo Silva trying to protect the inside. And Dale Taylor is going to go for it, and I think he's got the job done. But can he do it? No, he runs wide a little bit, but now he's got the inside line, and I think Diogo Silva will have to let him through. Dale Taylor is up into 2nd place, but can Diogo Silva come back at him now? He's trying to go on the inside, and then side by side. He gets the position back again, and who is absolutely loving this must be Darren Head, who is checking out from these two drivers as they battle. They're going to go side by side now into the end of lap 2, and Dale Taylor is going to be ahead now. They are going absolutely side by side. This is a very wide track, of course, here in Dubai, and now Diogo Silva makes a mistake and he's lost 3rd place as well to Jorge Jesus. Disaster for Diogo Silva, that is now trying to protect his 4th place. Now he's coming back at Jorge Jesus on the inside of the last corner as they go again into the start-finish line. And look at that almighty kerfuffle between these three drivers. They are absolutely in the same place. Look at this, Cavallan hits Jorge Jesus in the back and makes him lose time, and Diogo Silva goes back into 3rd spot. Absolutely brilliant stuff, and I suspect this battle has not ended here. That is going to continue as they will still do another 7 laps of this race. This is Dale Taylor, who's in 2nd, Diogo Silva in 3rd, Jorge Jesus in 4th, and Cavallan in 5th. Let's see if there is any action a little bit further afield. Peter Adrian seems to have lost a lot of time, so probably that was a mistake by the British driver, who's 11th and now 7 seconds already behind Jumbo. Simon Allen is up into 9th. Frankie is in 8th place and still battling with Diogo Almeida by the looks of it. That's Diogo, and this is the Project Cars car, so to speak, of Frankie. I don't think they are together anymore, so we are going to return to this almighty battle here for 2nd place. And in fact, Dale Taylor, if anything, has actually reduced the gap to the leader. So look at this sliding, and Diogo Silva sliding as well. That's not the fastest way around that particular corner, and also not the easiest on the tires of this beast that is the BMW M1 Procar. Now Dale Taylor checking out a little bit from the remaining drivers, and also it seems to me that Cavallan has lost a bit of touch with the group as well, so they are sort of becoming a bit more stabilized. There's a bit of a train here. They're still nose to tail, but now at least there is a bit of breathing space for each one of the 4 drivers. Another lap is complete. Now this is lap 3 complete, so lap 4, and we are going to see what is happening with our leader that is trying to hold on to that lead, but Darren Head is certainly coming. Ooh, almost losing it there in that number 20 car, and certainly tires are becoming an issue already on lap 4 as Darren Head is trying to control his car and trying to get still remain in that lead of this race. Now this is interesting, as Cavallan actually has found the back of Jorge Jesus yet again, and now just breaks a little bit too late. or in fact, Cavallo is up to fourth. So something has happened to Jorge Jesus, and we are going to find out what it was, because it's something that certainly has delayed him. We are going to do our magic power of, oh, and this was, did he try on the inside? No, this was already him recovering, so we definitely missed something more structural that has happened to George in this period, and we cannot wait to find out what it was. As oh, he missed that corner, did he? Well, it doesn't seem that, almost seems like he stopped there. There you see. Oh, it almost looks like he missed the gear or had a problem or was just trying to adjust something, but he certainly slowed down. And here comes Scott Lively and also gets the position. So Scott was up to fifth for a moment. We are going to see George recovering that fifth spot in a couple of corners. First, let's see quickly if there is any other action that is worthwhile. I don't think so. Coppernob, that's somehow and they're running wide. And here comes Jorge Jesus now, going to execute the perfect overtake on Scott Lively into turn one. He comes from a long way behind, but he's gaining, and now he's going to go on the inside as the American driver brakes a little bit early, and George is able to at this stage recover fifth spot. Cavallo is in fourth, but not very far behind Diogo Silva. This is the moment where he actually missed the braking point for that very tricky corner there. We are already on lap 4, still early stages of this race, but certainly things over here in the leading group looking a little bit more stable, with the battle for the lead now. It's 1.2 seconds between Darren Head and Dale Taylor. Diogo Silva is continuing to be in third, and he's, oh, look at this Cavallo, and he's definitely braking later than the Portuguese driver, but not really able to make a clean move there in that very tight corner after the back straight. Yet another lap is going to be on the books here. And that number 33, look at this Cavallo, and also sliding through that corner. And now actually the three drivers are again nose to tail, because Dale Taylor actually made a mistake there. Look at this, Diogo Silva cutting across to protect the inside line. That was a little bit of a late move, and Cavallo is coming on the outside. Diogo Silva taking the short way around into that corner, maintains third position for the time being, but for how much longer is he going to keep that position? Because Cavallo is absolutely coming with everything at him. Dale Taylor continues to hold second place, but he has made a mistake, and Darren Head has actually now gained a bigger lead, as they absolutely are again in an almighty battle here for second, third and fourth. And here comes Cavallo on the inside of Diogo Silva. This is for in turn one, and I think Diogo is boxed on the outside, and he's going to have to let go. No, he's not. He's absolutely trying to hold to this third place, and that is absolutely brilliant, as Darren Head continues to lead. Dale Taylor, now the camera shot is a little bit lost in translation here, but here is Dale Taylor, Diogo Silva and Cavallo. Cavallo continues to pursue a podium position. This is absolutely brilliant racing between these three drivers. No inch given to... Oh, and Cavallo has made a mistake there. Cavallo has made a mistake. He has done a little bit too much of a slide and ended up losing a bucket load of time here. He's lost a couple of seconds, as now Diogo is attacking Dale Taylor and trying to go back into second place. Let's see, there's another pair of drivers there that are battling. I believe that's Scott Lively that has actually been overtaken by Diogo Almeida. So Scott going backwards in this race as it stands. He was in fourth place momentarily, or fifth place I should say momentarily, now down to seventh. Franklin remains in eighth, and Simon Allen is really going nowhere in this race either, because he is We do apologize for this momentary. We do apologize for this momentary loss of sound, which happened at a very unfortunate time, as my controller just ran out of power, and that timing was that race leader Darren Head has cocked up big time and has lost it on his own and was collected by Diogo Silva. We are going to look at the replay of that incident, and we are going to look at it from Darren's chase camera, because this is quite an absolutely key moment in this race. There you see Dale, oh, he's just lost it and hit the barrier hard, goes back into the racing line, and here comes Diogo Silva, just hits him, and Diogo Silva has lost time in this, I believe. Yes, he's actually not facing the right direction, and now he's getting back into the race, but has lost a lot of time. He's down into 7th, and look at this, Dale Taylor has also lost time. We are going to find out what has happened to Dale. So this is completely a key moment in this race, and let's see what... yes, there you see, it's Dale actually... Ooh, he had to back off, did he? Yes, he backed off and went off the track, and look at this, would you believe it, Kev Allen is actually leading this race. He's gone from 4th to 1st. Oh no, actually they'll probably overtook a driver off the track, or at least the race director decided so. Yes, I think that's, yes, because he's run off the track, and then he basically had to stop and give back the position. So again, controversy with a race director in the United Arab Emirates. This is the 2nd time in 1 month that a controversial decision has been given. And look at this, Dale actually now trying to recover, has actually lost it again. And disaster for Dale Taylor here, disaster for Diogo Silva, that's down in 7th. And look at this, the leader is now Kev Allen. Kev Allen has gone from 4th to 1st in a matter of a couple of corners. Jorge Jesus is in 2nd place, but being pressured by Darren Head. Darren Head ended up losing time, but not that much time, because it was only really a half spin as he rejoined the track and was hit by Diogo Silva. It was really only a half spin. At least he was pointing in the right direction. Diogo Almeida is up into 4th, amazingly. 5th is Scott Davely, and 6th is Diogo Silva, but this battle is not over, also because Diogo Silva is being under pressure from Dale Taylor. Dale Taylor has lost the most time amongst everyone. We are on lap 6, and all of a sudden this race has been turned on its head, as the drivers that were leading all managed to be in the way of one another. And look at this, this is Diogo Silva trying to defend from Dale Taylor, and he's not going to be happy about that, because he's absolutely focused on, look at this, Dale Taylor on the, no, actually this is Diogo Silva on the inside of Scott Davely. I was mixing up the liveries there. This is Scott Davely absolutely getting overtaken by 2 cars at the same time. If Dale Taylor manages to actually complete the pass, Diogo Silva seems to be in 5th place. Yes, he is. And 7th is well, 6th is Dale Taylor, 7th is Scott Davely, and 8th is Simon Allen. Simon Allen has gone ahead of Frankie in the meantime. And ooh la la, this is absolutely interesting and absolutely shocking turnaround of this race. Darren Head has led for so many laps, and now he has to chase again for that position, and he's actually not making much progress, because he is 0.6 of a second behind Jorge Jesus, and in the lead is Kev Allen. But look at that group that is being formed with Diogo Almeida, Diogo Silva, Dale Taylor and Scott Davely, with Simon Allen not far behind. And look at this, there is a big battle here between Frankie and Jumbo that we absolutely need to see. And they are absolutely side by side. This is the back straight, I believe, and this is on the inside is Frankie, on the outside is Jambo, and actually Peter Adrian is not far behind. Peter Adrian doing a great job rejoining the pack after losing time in the first few laps. So definitely we have a battle emerging for 9th place that we are going to keep an eye on. But for the time being, we are going to try to keep an eye on the battle for 2nd place. We are on lap 7 out of 10. As look at this, Cavalli is actually not that far ahead of these two drivers, so I think it's all still in contention for the win, as the gap at the front is only a couple of seconds. So that's quite interesting how this is going to evolve. Lap 8, there's 3 laps to go, 8, 9 and 10, so not much to go, around 6 minutes of racing, and the top 3 are making identical times, 2:03.7 for the leader Caval and 2:03.68 for Jorge Jesus and 2:03.9 for Darren Head. Everyone else is clocking slower times, although Diogo Silva is in a bit of a recovery race. Him and Dale Taylor are trying to get closer to Diogo Almeida. Diogo sitting on that 4th spot, as the battle continues here in Dubai with 11 oil tankers absolutely flat out around this very wide with a lot of escape roads. Dubai Grand Prix circuit, an interesting name because no Grand Prix has ever taken place in Dubai. And actually look at this, Del Taylor is again very close to Diogo Silva, so we're going to follow this battle. And we understand that some penalties for track limits have been given. Fortunately, we are... Oh, look at this, Diogo Silva makes a mistake, and now Del Taylor is coming at him. Can he go on the inside here? The answer is no, he can't, because he's saving his attack for the next corner, and is absolutely behind Diogo Silva. Diogo Silva now going on the inside as he goes defensive, trying to protect that 5th spot. And look at this, absolutely brilliant. These drivers have raced each other in race 1, and now the same thing is happening in race 2, albeit this time it is only for 5th position that they are battling. And look at this, Del Taylor seems to have better tires right now, as he seems to have the best car, the best pace of the two drivers, and I wouldn't be surprised if he actually recaptures that 5th position very, very soon indeed. And let's see whether that's going to happen in turn 1. No, it won't happen in turn 1. We complete another lap. We are on lap 9 already, and we understand that Simon Allen is actually making good progress and is getting ever closer to Scott Davely. Scott trying to hold on to that 7th place on the road, but of course we can still have penalties for track limits that might change this leaderboard that you can see in your screen. Let's have a quick look at the battle for 2nd place, shall we? Where is Jorge Jesus is still holding on to that 2nd place and actually reducing the gap to leader Cavalli, that is 1.5 laps away from his first victory of the season. And what a season it has been for Old Folks Racing PlayStation, the winter season. If Cavalli manages to win, it will be the 4th different driver in winning for the first 4 races, and every point counts for this title battle. A lot of parity here in the Old Folks Racing PlayStation. Darren Head still in 3rd, Diogo Almeida in 4th, Diogo Silva in 5th, but under pressure again from Dale Taylor. And this is the point that Dale seems... Oh, and someone has gone off, and that was Jorge Jesus. Jorge Jesus has gone off and lost a lot of positions. He's lost 2nd, 4th, 2nd, 3rd and 4th to basically, well, to Darren Head is now 2nd, Diogo Almeida is 3rd, Diogo Silva is up to 4th, and Dale Taylor is up to 5th as they are about to start the last lap. And look at this, Dale Taylor is now going for it. He's going for the inside into the last corner, and they touch this contact as they still pointing in the right direction. But Dale Taylor, I think, is going to have the job done. No, he won't have the job done. And Diogo Silva is absolutely fighting for his life there now defending on the inside, and here comes Jorge Jesus again. This is absolutely brilliant. These three are almost in the same piece of real estate. Diogo Silva holds on to fourth, but for how much longer is he absolutely sliding everywhere? I think his tires are absolutely finished, and here comes Dale Taylor again going at him. Dale Taylor absolutely going at him. This is one of the last few chances for overtake, and Dale Taylor is coming on the inside. He's going on the inside. Diogo Silva is going to shut the door on him. Yes, oh, and there's contact again. Contact again, but this time Dale Taylor, look at this, Jorge, oh, Jorge. Oh, and the collision there between Jorge and Diogo Silva, and Diogo Silva loses part of his front. And where is Jorge? Jorge is absolutely shortcutting. It's absolutely amazing. I think the race director is definitely going to have a look at this, as Jorge Jesus definitely seems to have cut a few corners there. Dale Taylor is up to fourth, fifth is Jorge Jesus sixth. Diogo Silva lost 2 positions, and here comes Simon Allen on Scott Lively, and Scott comes back at him. Absolutely brilliant final few corners. And I think this is one of the most amazing races that we have seen in quite a while, as Kev Allen is on the last few corners. But we are going to have a quick look to see if there is any further action here between Jorge Jesus, Diogo Silva, Simon Allen and Scott Lively. Scott Lively holding on to 7th in this last lap. And here comes Kev Allen to take the win. This has been an absolutely stellar performance from the Yorkshire driver that is going to win his first race of the season. Race 2, round 2, and Kev Allen sees the checkered flag, followed by Darren Head. And Kev Allen wins, Darren Head second. Diogo Almeida is going to be a very well-deserved third. Fourth is going to be Dale Taylor. Fifth is going to be Jorge Jesus. Sixth is going to be Diogo Silva. Seventh is Simon Allen. Eighth is Scott Lively. Jambo is going to come in 9th. Look at this, Peter Adrian has actually gone up into the top 10, and that's a late move from Peter Adrian, and that shows that persistent pace, as he was last for most of this race, but now he's coming home to take 10th place, which is a very good result indeed. And that's it from me. We do understand that there are some penalties that made Diogo Silva drop from 6th to 7th. It has been a brilliant race, and we'll see you in round 3.